Hey,
Hey.
welcome to Dee and Dory.
Hi, yeah, welcome back. We hope you had a wonderful week and that you stitched up something interesting. Well, sometimes I say that because what I stitch
Everything I stitch is interesting.
yeah, it doesn't always turn out. Oh, excuse me. They don't always turn out the way you expect it, and sometimes it's very interesting, the outcome.
Hey, the good news is we have no snow right now. However, we're supposed to get 2 inches today.
Yes, we are.
But for right now, we are good. No snows.
What do you think about that snow, Nate?
Right.
We
Yeah.
are supposed to have snow.
Yeah.
So good.
Anyway, we're going to start with an inspirational saying.
Yes.
I need you to look
Oh,
up.
my phone, that's right.
Yes.
She sent me the information
I
on it.
did.
She's trying to get me more involved.
So, the saying is, cheerfulness keeps up a kind of daylight in the mind and fills it with a steady and perpetual serenity.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you get it takes a minute to say that. Cheerfulness is no, I gotta read it. Cheerfulness keeps up a kind of daylight in the mind.
Well, we need that because
it's bright.
Well, yeah. Well, and because now some of you live in different areas where the sun is still there a lot, but during these months in the state of Michigan, it's cloudy almost all the time. So I like this because if we're cheerful, we can keep that daylight in the mind.
Yeah.
And then it fills us with a steady and perpetual serenity.
Yeah, so it's talking about being happy.
Yeah.
It helps you to be cheerful and happy. Yeah.
Yeah, now the guy who said this is Joseph Addison.
Ooh, see what he looks like. How do you like that hairdo? And I'm thinking about his, it looks like velveteen jacket.
He was in style.
He was.
And he was born in 1672 and died in 1719. And so he was English essayist, poet, playwright, and politician. So, yeah, that's what he said. That's his quote, and I like it.
And he founded the Spectacular magazine.
No, Spectator.
Oh.
Sorry.
It was a spectacular Spectator.
Yes.
So there you go. Yeah, his simple prose style marked the end of mannerisms and conventional classic images of the 17th century.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that meant, but he had a simple style that marked the end of, boy, what would you think today?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway.
Was your style simple today?
My style? Yeah, it was. It really was a fairly easy, it was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I always change things up a little bit, and I did. Nathan, shake up that box, would you, so we know what we're going to do next, okay? All right? All right, shake that box up. Shake it up.
There you go.
Good job. Let's take the top off. All right, and I want you to take one out.
Nate's working in slow motion today.
He is.
He's a little tired.
He is a little tired. Okay, let's see what it is. It is flannel.
Ooh, flannel.
Flannel, perfect for this time of the year.
Yeah.
And you know what that brings to mind? Either flannel shirts or jammies for me.
Yeah.
We'll see. And you know what? I have some children's flannel that I was going to make some children's items out of. I never did, so
Maybe you can make yourself a flannel jammy.
we'll see what I'm going to do with
Children's
them.
print.
They have dragons all over them. Funny, cute dragons. They're not mean, scary ones. So thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that, okay? All right. You're going to say hi to, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Nathan's a little tired today. Yeah. Yeah, there you are. Say hi. He's been busy. They've been doing some road work out here, and he's been watching them, and he's been pretty tired watching them. So, all right. Thank you, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you next week.
See you next week?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Maybe later today. We'll see.
Yeah.
So what did you make?
I made, back to sewing here, Butterwick B6866, and I made View A.
Oh.
And I like to call it a boot skirt because it reminds me of skirts that I wear with boots.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. And I made it out of this wonderful corduroy. Doris is going to put a little still picture in there. See this corduroy? I don't know if you could even find this kind of corduroy anymore.
It's awesome.
It's really awesome. I happened to find this like 2 weeks ago, just before I made this, because I was like, green, green, green. I had something picked out, but I was like, wasn't quite sure. Went to the thrift store, and it was from K-Mart, the tag.
Oh.
Dory will put the tag in, and you'll see it on there. I don't know how old this was, but I took it apart, of course, to see if it was faded anywhere, any stains or whatever. And it looked really good, and there was a lot of it. I think there was just 4 yards or almost 4 yards, which is what you needed for this. Laundered it up beautifully, did not shed a lot at all.
That's a pretty color of green.
It's like an olive green.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an olive green, I think. And it sewed wonderfully. And of course, you know, whenever you work with corduroy, you have to cut it out according to the nab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the way the light reflects on it changes the way it looks. So you can't put one piece on upside down. It all has to be going the same direction.
Right, right.
So it's sewed up beautifully. And let's see here. I made this in a size 14. And I had read, well, no, I didn't read anything about this. But it was very easy to make.
Thought she read.
I thought I read something.
But
There's
then she
no
didn't.
elastic. The waist, you know, you put on a facing, and then you stitch down 1 inch below the waist, and then I put in, of course, on the hemline, I used, I don't know if I can get this up there far enough. Yeah.
There you go.
So you can kind of zoom in on that. You used seam taping on there, or hem facing. Dory provided that for me. Oh, I need to give you back what I didn't use.
Yeah.
So
Cool. I was glad you got to use it.
because I knew if I turned it under, it would be
too
really
bulky.
bulky.
Yeah.
And I did not want that. So I just,
So now, is this the first time you've used that hem tape?
well,
And that-
first time that I recall. Now, when we do our woolish and I show my vintage outfit that I made from like a long time ago, I have seam taping on that.
Oh, you just didn't remember that you had done it before.
Because it's been so long ago. But anyway, this skirt was fairly easy to make, pretty easy to make. It's just there's a lot of pieces in it.
Because it has those panels.
It has panels, you know. So also the side zipper that I put in it, it was supposed to be a placket zipper. I did not do that. I just made it like a seam in the back, you know, just on a seam.
Okay.
And then I got kind of curious, and I thought, well, I wonder, you know, I put it in and everything, and I thought, well, I wonder if that's the way it's supposed to be. So I went back and looked at one of my skirts that was store-bought from many years ago, and they put it in the same way I put it in. So I'm like, you know, the placket zipper is kind of, I don't know if it's kind of an old-fashioned way or if it's considered more upscale. I don't know. But this was just easier. I was not going to deal with the placket. I've not had much success with that, which means I need to practice. But I didn't feel like practicing. Yeah. So it was really easy. It's a warm skirt. It goes already with my wardrobe. I had this jacket that I actually got at a thrift store. And
Colors match it.
Yeah, and I love my basic black. And so everything went well together with it. So you want to see the reveal?
I do.
All right.
All right. Cute skirt. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's my kind of skirt, a little boot skirt.
Boot skirt.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
The new term. Boot skirt.
Well, I think it's an old term. But
Oh,
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
New to me.
It's whatever. Yeah, there you go. That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I made Simplicity 8984. Simplicity 8984. And I made View B. View B.
uh-huh.
If you look at View C, you can see that they have contrasting fabric around the in the bodice of the neckline, the whole neckline. Yeah,
The whole neckline
the whole
is
neckline,
contrasting. Yeah.
contrasting. And then the cuff has a contrast. And then in View B, because it's a longer, they have a contrast at the bottom. So in that drawing, you can't see it so much because it's all the same colors.
Well, I don't know why they do that with the contrasting. They need to
It's
make
contrasted, but it's just a
it
shade
subtle.
darker.
It's just subtle.
Mine's not so subtle. But this pattern, it has a lot of gathering stitching up here, and actually, and in the back too.
Uh-huh.
And they have you put one gather stitch all the way around.
Ugh, I don't like it when they do that because
No.
then it's really hard for
It's
me.
really hard, and this is a little bit heavier. It's almost like a denim fabric.
Oh, you know what? I didn't notice.
The blue in it?
Yeah,
That's why I use the blue cuffs.
Yeah, it's kind of ombre sort of.
Yeah.
The blue through there.
It's an awesome little fabric. I got this at a thrift store, and there was along the edging it said from the Netherlands.
Oh.
So I thought, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is a different type of fabric. It's really cool. And
yeah.
it's heavier.
I really wanted to make bib overalls with it, but it didn't have enough fabric to make the bibs.
Yeah.
So so I made this with it.
It looks nice.
And somebody had said there was only one review that I saw on Pattern Review, and they said they couldn't figure out the neckline, which I had no problem with the neckline.
Uh-huh.
That was a breeze for me. What I couldn't figure out is what they wanted me to do with the cuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember you had quite a challenge
I
with
couldn't
it.
figure it out, so I just did this. I have no idea. I didn't follow their directions because I couldn't figure their directions
Didn't
out.
make any sense
Didn't
to
make
you.
any sense to me.
Yeah, but it turned out right.
But
it turned out
you know,
nice.
yeah, they have the little pointies on them and they look good. So
Yeah.
But as I was saying about the pull for the gathering, I would do it in two halves. Just do the front half and the
just
back
to make it a little
because it's
easier.
just too hard to do
You have a
all
little-
the way around. That's just too much.
You have a little more control.
Too
with it.
much.
And maybe it's because the fabric was so heavy that made it more difficult.
Maybe, yeah. And I think it's a little big
I do too.
for me, a little bit. And so when you watch the reveal, you'll see me. I'll kind of like show you what it would look like
Cinch it.
if it had a tie.
Hi.
So if it just had a tie off the, sides
Yeah.
that went around the back, I think that would do.
Yeah, or she could put, if she wanted to, stitch a little piece of elastic from side to side, or
Oh.
just in the, 3/4 of the
I
back
could figure
part.
that out.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard to do.
No?
You could do that. Yeah.
I do like the pockets in it.
Now,
It has cute pockets.
looking at how loose that is around the waist, if you look at that, it really does not go in. So maybe it's made to be that way. But I agree
Yeah.
with you. I like the idea of it being
a
a
little
little
more
bit.
snug.
Yeah.
It is super comfortable. I have to say that. I
Yeah.
mean,
So it'd be perfect for any of you ladies that are a little fuller
yeah.
in that area.
Yeah.
It would be great
You know,
for
if you
that.
ha- if you have
you
a-
did.
If you have a tummy, it's going to hide it.
It does yours well.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Everybody has a tummy because
Yes, we
that's
do.
what we have
We
to
eat.
digest our food.
Yes.
Okay, let's watch the reveal. Okay, so there you have it.
I think it looks very nice.
Thank you. I don't like it when it hangs up by itself. When
Hey.
it's hanging in
no.
the closet, I'm like, I don't like it. But when I put it on, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
And I think having the
Jewelry.
jewelry adds a lot to it for me.
It does.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a cute necklace too.
Thank you. This is actually 2 necklaces. There's that
Oh,
one, and then
yeah.
there's this one. And I put them together.
Yeah, well, there's nothing
they-
wrong with that.
They all then would match together. So
Yeah, very, very
that's
nice.
how I fashioned it.
Yeah, and I
So.
was going to say something.
About my fabric?
It escapes
About my
the
pattern?
brain. It
About
is-
me? Okay, so
Yeah.
before
Oh, I know what it was.
Oh.
I just wanted you guys to know that Dory and I, we know, like when we draw out what we're
what
going
fabric
to
we're
make,
using,
what
or
fabric
pattern.
or what project it
Yeah.
is. We usually don't consult each other and say, I'm going to make this and what are you making? We usually don't do that. If we do that, it's like after we're already in the process.
Right.
So we don't prior to it. So sometimes, we have found we have made the same pattern and we didn't even realize it. But that just gives you a view of the same pattern with different fabrics and
Yeah.
how it can be fashioned. So, but just to make you aware of that, and maybe somebody had a question about that. I don't know, but it sounded like a good thing to clarify.
And I wanted to just show you one of my latest thrift.
Oh, look at that.
So I got this at a thrift store.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, I had to. Yeah, I bought this at a thrift store and I paid $1.48 for it. It's 68 inches by 2.5. But I thought it was really, really pretty fabric.
Oh, and it's silky. It looks like it's brushed, but it's not.
Yeah, and it's stretchy.
Yeah, stretch.
Yeah, it's quite a large paisley on there.
Yeah, it is. Boy,
Yeah.
that is a large paisley.
Yeah, but that was kind of a cool
Oh.
little find.
Well, that reminds me, I should let you know that my fabric for my skirt ended up being like $4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the thrift store. So
Yeah. See, and I think I left at home my, I usually,
it actually would go good with my skirt.
yeah, you think?
Well, there's a little bit of green. See right here?
I don't see it. Just saying.
I don't think she wants
Yeah.
me to have it.
Oh, well, not with that skirt anyway. It does remind me though of a topper that you had made
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah, with the pay. The
Yeah,
easily
yeah,
printed it.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
Anyway, all right. So don't forget.
Hey.
Oh, we're sitting. Yeah, Nathan's back.
Oh,
I'm probably hurting too.
Yeah, don't forget. Cheerfulness keeps up a kind of daylight in the mind and fills it with a steady and perpetual serenity. So, just be cheerful this week.
Yeah, and keep your mind full of daylight.
Full of
Even if the sun
daylight.
is not shining, you can create your own daylight, and
Yes.
that'll create happiness and a feeling of, what did he say? Serenity. Perpetual, ongoing. It keeps on coming.
Thank you for explaining that to us.
Oh, stop it. See how she is.
Anyway,
Okay.
we thank you so much for watching this week. We hope you enjoyed our reveals and our makes and our greens.
Yes, and so, yes, do some sewing this week. Challenge yourself a little bit. Find some thrift fabric somewhere, whether it's already from ready-made clothes or off-cast that people have donated, yardage people have donated. Use up the reusable things.
Reusable, be
Right.
sustainable.
Be sustainable.
Good.
Yeah, that word escaped me. So that was a good word. So, all right, have a wonderful week. Subscribe.
Yes, like, comment,
Forward.
and see you next week.
And thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nate.
Bye, Joy.